Welcome to John's Random Review. Hi, welcome back to John's Random Reviews. Right, today I want to show people out there that just don't dick about doing these silly little videos and whatnot, or fixing toilets. Everyone knows I'm a plumber, but actually I can put a stint in, I can put a shift in. So this is one of my favourite jobs to do, kind of work I like doing. So let's have a look what John's been doing at work. Let's get involved. Okay, this is the job. We're in a plant room, which is another name for a boil house. We're at a school in Lancaster. Well, we're working at a school in Lancaster, and we've put in a new boiler, a new Worcester boiler, Walhorn commercial boiler. So let me just tell you what model it is. Let's have a look on the side of it. What's that? GB162. Oh, forget about that V2. It's a 100 kilowatt boiler. Now, normally a normal boiler in a normal house is about, well, 25 kilowatt or a bit, or 30 kilowatt. This is a 100 kilowatt commercial Worcester boiler. So doesn't that look pretty? We always fit Worcester boilers because my boss thinks they're the best, and they are pretty good boilers, to be fair. So let's go through what's gone on. What we've done is, what's this little item there? Well, what it is, I think it's called a low velocity header. I should know this shit really, but anyway, so the flow and return from the boiler go into this header, and then it mixes, it goes back to the boiler, and then these two connections here, that's your flow, and then that's your return down there, that goes to the heating system. But what's this? This is an industrial MagnaClean, and what it does, it collects magnetite, which is in the inside of radiators, inside of steel pipe, and it's that black sludge you get out of the bottom of radiators. It's horrible, it gets all over the carpet if you let it. Anyway, this contraption has got rings of magnet around there, so when the return water comes back through here, the magnetite, the black shit we can call it, sticks to the side and doesn't get dragged into the boiler. You always put these on the last connection before the boiler. So this is the return connection into the boiler. So that's on there. We've actually just split that. What you do over once a year is you actually pull the magnets off it and then isolate it and drain it off there and get all the black sludge off so it doesn't get all sludged up. So then from this low velocity header it goes on to the original pipework. So look at all that. It looks kind of like, I guess, it looks kind of complicated, but if you've been around the block a few times, it is pretty basic. It's just like a flow and return. So this is your flow here, and that goes into your flow header, and then this little port here with a pump on it, that goes back into this. We've put a new direct fired, not direct fired, a direct hot water cylinder. What that means is it doesn't have a tank. Mains water comes into this, and then it has a coil at the bottom, primary coil, and then you get your hot water comes off here and goes to the building, and then there's a return pipe with a pump on it that comes back in here. We've just finished lagging this. I'm not mad keen on lagging, but it was all right. You know what I mean? Use the morning up. And going back to the main header, this is the main 2-inch steel header pipe that goes through this. This is a 3-port valve, and if it gets up to temperature in the building, it has it sends a signal back to here, and it shuts this off, so it stops it overheating. And there's the main heating pump that goes into the building. A lot of the time you'll see heating pumps on the returns, but this one's on the flow. So it goes all the way up there, and it splits and it goes into the building to the radiators, and then it comes back here into the return header. And there we go, and that return header goes back into the low velocity header. And then this little item here is a shunt pump, and what that does, the shunt pump, it keeps the circuit round there, keeps that going, so you've always got a demand of hot water for the radiators on that header. And then up here is an auto fill-up system. So if the system loses a little bit of pressure, it'll top itself up automatically. And it's also got like a little pipe, it's got a mains top up as well, in case it gets, after you drain it, you don't want to have this running too much because it'll burn out. What a fantastic job. Well, I think I love this kind of work. It's kind of industrial plumbing, and obviously all the pipe work you can't see now, but it's all hidden by lagging. You can see a little bit down here. Let's get down here. It's all pressed. So that's a 28mm pressed elbow. And then there's another one over there. This 28mm pipe goes to the expansion vessel that takes up the expansion of the hot water in the hot water system. And yeah, I've absolutely loved doing this kind of work. I could do this work every single day. So if you want to know what John does in the day, this is it, really. This is what John loves to do. Okay. Thanks for watching. Random is rad. Rock on. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, unsubscribe, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down, tell me you love me, tell me you hate me, tell your friends and neighbours, tell that weird guy from across the street with the one-eyed dog, tell me anything, but most importantly, let's get involved.